all of the candidates that you're here and our neighbors, our homeowners association meetings here. We are a full service agency, and typically every day we have seniors, so it's really important to all the seniors that come here, and many are not residents of Converse, but they are impacted by everything that goes on in the city. I've lived here since '83, so I've got longevity and gray hair and weight to prove it. I raised $1.3 million to run this facility, and that's through government grants, foundations, corporate grants, business grants. I am very pro-business. I am pro-growth. I appreciate the addition of new residents because it brings in tax dollars. I expect that our mayor should be in the position to bring good light to our city so that we are able to bring the businesses in, for me to get the grants that I need, for me to have the support from the neighbors. So I look to our leaders up there to be the spotlight and the image that helps us all to be successful. And for the youth and the people that live here, that they feel safe, that they can drive down the street and get the service or whatever they want to buy without having to go into San Antonio or New Braunfels, or the health care and all of those things that make the quality of life.
This time I'm going to get started. Hopefully more people will join us. My name is Carmina Fusco, and I have lived here in Converse for about 10 years. If you couldn't tell, I'm from New York originally. Can't always hide that. And so I wanted to put this event on basically because something happened in what I always considered was a very safe neighborhood, my neighborhood right next door, that really shocked me. And I just started thinking, you know, I don't know who's running our city, I don't know what's happening, I don't know anything about anything, and that's my fault. So I'm trying to get more involved, and I wanted to really hear from the candidates where their thoughts are, where they are on some of the issues. And on next door, there were actually a lot of comments that were exactly what I was worried about, things that I was worried about, things that I was saying to myself. So after a nice big long ordeal, here we are. So I just want to lay out some simple ground rules for everyone. So I've already emailed these ground rules to the candidates, and they have agreed to them. And it's basically to be respectful of you, to be respectful to each other, and to just be civil. So I also ask the same of the audience. If anyone is asking questions, please be respectful of each other. Please be respectful to the candidates. I am not endorsing anyone. I really don't want any endorsements here. This is not what this is about. It's just to really learn who they are. So we have Deborah James, and I'm going to give them a chance to also introduce themselves, and Kate Silvis. And the format basically is going to be, I'm going to give them 3 minutes each to have an opening statement, and then they're going to take questions directly from you, and they'll have 3 minutes to answer the question. We do have a timekeeper volunteer, which I appreciate. She's going to hold up some numbers, and they're in minutes, so the candidates will know when their time is up. So any questions before we get started? Okay, then Deborah, would you like to go first?
I'm going to stand so y'all can see me. My name is Deborah James, and I am in place 2. I am a mother of 3 boys, 1 girl. My husband, Dennis, is a retired Air Force veteran. I have 9 grandchildren and 2 great-grandchildren. I have resided in the city since 1996. I have been very proactive since I have been here. I went to St. Monica's Church. I was a cantor, a Sunday school teacher, and I have been a PR here for GRASP, helping them out when they need it. I donate things to them and help them whenever they need something that needs to be helped. I advocated a couple of years ago to get the shelter on the bond, which was approved, and with the help of all other council people, we approved it, and it's up, and you know, it's slowly getting together. With the help of council, we did roads, parks, new equipment, new fire station, but I can't say it was me, we all did it, so. I just want to let you know that I do love the city, and I just want to say thank y'all for showing up tonight and being here, this afternoon, being here and taking your time, because I know if I was home, I'd be watching football, so. But I just want to take y'all time and let you know who I am, and I could go on and on, but that's just who I am. I don't like to brag what I have. I just like to let you know that I do help citizens, and that's my main thing, is the citizens of this city. Thank you for coming.
Kate, go ahead.
I'd rather be out in front of the desk instead of behind it. Simply, can you hear me?
Is your mic on?
Is it on?
Yeah, it's on.
Is it on? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
There you go.
put it up to you.
Okay, I've got it.
There you go.
First of all, my name is Kate Silvas. I'm running for mayor of Converse. And most of everything you know about me is that I was the EDC director for the city of Converse for 8 years. But first of all, I'd just like to say thank you to each of you for caring enough about your community and about Converse to be here today. Many of the people in the room attend city council meetings, and we've all formed some very important things, very important direction for this community. And I just want to say how honored I have been to serve all of you in that capacity as the EDC director, and now I served you as the city council person for place 4. I'm running for mayor simply because I think it's time. We have a lot of opportunities in front of us for economic development and growth. And what I mean by that is it's important for us to keep our property taxes low. And in order to do that, we need to increase economic development activity. And so for me, the priority is public safety and being sure that our neighborhoods and our streets are safe, and being able to address the needs and the concerns of the community first. So I'm here to listen to you, to what you have to say, the things that are important to you. I know what's important to me, but I want to make sure I hear what you're concerned about. Thank you.
Since there's not a lot of us here, I could just walk around, so if somebody has a question, raise your hand and I'll bring you the mic.
Good afternoon. I would like to bring everyone here up to date on a situation that I raised at town council. I raised a situation of 1, the 911 system failed me. 2, the police were in my yard without me knowing, flashing light at my door. We could have had a serious incident there. I'd be dead or someone else would be dead. Okay? So that's 2. And the third one is, we hear a lot about community policing. 5 houses away from me, there's a cop there. He parked his vehicle here, right? I haven't seen this guy since I think in 2005. The 9th of March, I think I had a ticket for him. Other than that, I know nothing of this guy. We can pass one another. I don't want to go to his house to ask for help at any time, but I expect, hey, I'm the cop over there. I don't want your number. Meet and greet your community, right? So those three issues I raised at council meeting, the first one in September. Now, for you folks here, I have, those are issues, right? So we have three issues there. But the main thing I want from you is to answer this. When issues are raised at council meeting, I don't expect you to give me an answer there because I understand there's rules and all that. But maybe that's particular to me. Maybe it's involve everyone here. How would you address a situation like that? Would you have a system or a process where at the end of the meeting, the next stage, someone from whatever department, public work, or whoever call me? Or am I going to sit back here and watch for it? Okay.
Both of you, whoever wants to.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over here, y'all, because this stuff's in my eyes, the glare. Sir, I was on council when 911 came in effect, and I voted against it because I thought it was needed to stay here because the safety of the citizens, number one, safety of police officers, number two, and number three was that it cost $570,000 for us, the citizens, to make 911. And I think I asked about how to get it back, and we can't not get it back as 911. It has to come back as a communication center. But 911 will be put in it, and we call it a communication center. If I'm elected as mayor, I would like to see what you call citizens roundtable, where a mayor and 3 council will sit 1 month, and you can write your proposal and write your concerns and show up that night and sit at that table and read your proposal or give us copies. And if we can solve that problem that night, we will come up with a solution. If not, your name and your address and your telephone number will be written down. One of the council members that is there that night will come and talk to you to see if we can solve the problem. I feel communication in this city with citizens need to be done because citizens are being ignored. They don't understand at times what's going on. I've had elder citizens to say, I don't understand what 911 meant. I don't understand what this means. I don't understand what annexation means because it's not put in layman terms. I think we need to put things in layman terms for citizens to understand and know. And speaking of policing, I think that we need to take a look at budget. All council that is voted in or stays needs to look at the budget and see if there's some kind of way that we can maybe get some more police, or if getting citizens involved. If you get your council involved and they go and they listen to you, then citizens are going to go, okay, we need to get involved too because council cares. And everything that revolves around citizens and council people. I just want to tell you, like I said, it's all called communication, transparency. This is your city. Remember it.
I think I was there that night when you came forward, sir, and I remember your comments. The process that exists now is intended to follow up with citizens to be heard that come forward and talk to the council. If that didn't happen, well, the citizen comes forward to talk with the council, and staff is directed through the city manager to address it. If that didn't happen, I'm so sorry. Okay. Well, perhaps after this, you and I can talk. I think that the fundamental need, in order for people to hear one another, is communication. As as Deborah mentioned, communication is key. When we stop listening to each other